Small business owners and startup operations, do you find yourself experiencing some pretty rapid growth right now? Um, and maybe you feel like you're leaving business on the table, money on the table, and not able to meet your customer demand because you don't have a workforce capable of delivering to your customers. And at first blush, it may be real easy to blame the labor market, that there's nobody out there that is capable of working. Nobody wants to work hard anymore. Or the only people out there in the labor market that aren't working aren't worth employing. And there may be some truth to that. But I think you also need to take a step back and look at your organization. Do you have an intentional HR structure in place? And I'm going to bet the answer is probably no. Because when you started your business, you probably didn't see the need for an HR function. HR certainly has a reputation for burdensome policies, being an administrative function, being a cost center. And most businesses don't want to have or would like to minimize the amount of overhead they have. When you're growing your business, you're certainly looking on ways to increase your revenue and minimize your expenses. And eliminating an HR headcount may be what you think you need to do in order to grow your business. But I want to talk about a couple of things as to why that may not be a good strategic move. Um, an HR infrastructure, I think, is necessary to be able to grow your business, to be able to have policies and procedures in place to make decisions before you reach a pain point as to how you want to create your experience for your employees, to create your people processes. What kind of uh, work needs to be done, and how can you structure it so you are operating in a way that is cost effective, efficient, and still allows you room to grow. Um, and I'm not sure that you may have a handbook. Let's go start there. You may have payroll set up, and your finance department or your accounting department may have crafted a basic handbook, or maybe your lawyer has given you a basic handbook, or maybe you purchased one from an HR outsourcing or group. Maybe your finance department, your accounting department's handling any of that legal or those compliance issues that you need. Maybe they're managing your benefits. And maybe you've used an outside recruiter a couple of times to hire the people that you've needed. But now you are in a period of rapid growth. You need, rather than one person, you need 10 people. And you don't, that would be too much cost now to go to an external recruiter to hire that. So you start to think about, maybe I need to hire an HR person. But you so you have to make a decision. Do I hire an HR manager, which which may add $80,000, $65,000, $70,000 to your payroll budget? Do I hire an HR coordinator who may add 45,000 to my payroll budget? Or do I just hire a recruiter who may be cost the same as my HR coordinator? Um, so now you've increased your payroll budget. And now you are expecting, but maybe you chose to hire the coordinator or the recruiter, and now you're expecting magic to happen. Well, those kind of entry level positions probably don't have the requisite experience to craft the policies, the procedures that you need that will enable your business to grow. They may be able to craft the policies, but they may not be connected to the business outcome. They may create overly burdensome policies that you are unable to implement or unable to manage. And now you have inconsistencies. You have frustrated employees who choose to leave your organization and go someplace else where they have better opportunities. Um, so there are a lot of costs that aren't whether or not you get sued or not, um, associated with not having an intentional HR structure set up. Um, Fractional HR would certainly be a way to take care of some of the HR processes, procedures without actually adding an HR headcount to your operation. And at that point, you may be able to, when you finally do need to hire a full time HR person, you have everything set up so that person was able to kind of step in to an organization, doesn't have to worry about creating something, can learn, can grow with your organization for with some maybe some proper support, some additional training, and really, really be able to create a stable um, hiring environment, a stable work environment that enables you to retain your employees and go create a really, really great employee experience, which will um, enable you to deliver for your customers.